Documents and records play a huge part in organizations, both public and private. They are used in conducting business processes to enable decisions to be made and actions taken. Records may be required for business purposes whenever there is a need to recall or prove what was done or decided in the past. Documents and records provide access to practices or previous work and thus save time and money. They also kept to guard against fraud and to enable organizations to protect their rights and assets at law. When records are used to assign responsibility, they are not just supporting organizational needs for compliance or self-defense. They also meet the requirements of society for transparency and the protection of rights. Many organizations and individuals may use documents for historical, medical, or scientific research. Keeping them for cultural purposes also serves the values of society and its need for collective memory. Organizations also use documents to support accountability when they need to prove that they have met their obligations or complied with best practices as well. Companies are responsible in many ways. They must meet legal, regulative, and fiscal requirements and undergo audits and inspections of different kinds. And they must be able to explain decisions made or actions taken. In the past, documents were mostly kept in paper storage rooms. As most information is online today, document management is electronic as well. Electronic document management systems may bring challenges to organizations, such as investments and changes in organizational culture and so on. Yet, capturing records and storing information digitally still increases the efficiency. Because of this, it has moved to the top of every management's activity list. Overall, the benefits and positive effect for organizations will outweigh any potential challenges posed by implementation digital document management. Through using these systems, the efficiency of businesses will also rise in many aspects. Yet, sometimes document management may seem unnecessary or even low priority. Yet, different sources bring out the positive sides of document management as saving costs and time, the need for less staff, less office space, better organized and accessible information, better service delivery, transparency. And to conclude, a document as a proof of existence can be used to recreate or prove a state of existence itself, regardless of its medium or features. Organizations use documents to keep track of its legal obligations as evidence of transactions, actions, and choices made. In the public sector, document management is strongly connected to service design, as having information in digital format makes it more usable for user-oriented services. Digital information helps the state to provide proactive and also invisible services. And just like the private sector, the public sector also needs electronic document management. It is also a legal requirement for the public sector. As I mentioned before, moving from paper-based to a digital world brings along many changes. That is because the transformation requires software, special programs, and knowledge of how to store digital information. I want to stress some important aspects to remember while implementing digital document management. It should be implemented on the front line of organizations involving all employees and not just used by professional document managers. It is the best way to gain control over the amount of documents that exist and are created daily. And finally, for successful implementation, the software has to be user-friendly to engage as many users as possible. All of this helps also to manage the business drivers identified as the 4 Cs. So, let's go over the importance of digital document management. It is more accessible and usable than paper files. Yes, of course. Digital document systems reduce the time, effort, and costs of information provision. And overall, digital documents can be more cost-efficient than a paper alternative. So, it is clear that the digital object always needs a software environment. These environments keep evolving and changing rapidly. A document management system is used to track and store documents and keep track of the different versions modified by users. It is so-called history tracking. I want to stress some key features of document management systems itself. First, they improve the capacity to collaborate and share information. Well-organized documents allow to easily access and share information. They show the history when document was created, accessed, or changed, and by who. Unlike paper files, the same document can be accessed by users in different places or used for different purposes. Also, correctly filed and stored documents are easily accessible. They help eliminate unnecessary duplications of records as well. The retention and disposal program guarantees that organizations keeps only necessary records. They provide access to statistics about workflows and documents deadlines as well. They provide versioning so that all changes made by different users are preserved. It helps to support corporate memory and helps staff to understand past decisions, processes, and activities also. All in all, thanks to digital document management, information is available to many users at once, regardless of locations, and it helps to avoid multiple copies and the information is set up to date. Besides that, risk management is an important part of the daily work of organizations. Minimizing risks is essential, and this is also the case in document management. Many risks can simply be avoided by using digital document management systems instead of paper. Naturally, such systems have their own risks that paper documents management systems may not have. For example, the amount of potentially misused data is a lot bigger than paper document management. And also, access to documents should be carefully managed here. As I said before, digital document management in the public sector is strongly connected to service design because digital information is more usable. And because of that, e-services can be built on digital document management and administration. Online and digital information help the state to provide proactive services. Considering that most information today is in digital form, it helps to transform the public services as well. Today, most organizations have either implemented or are thinking about implementing digital document management systems. Because it positively affects the organization work and makes it more efficient, and also digital document management reduces costs for the office, makes information more usable, reduces the risk of losing information, and finally simplifies providing answers. So, finally, I have to admit that there are both positive and slightly less positive aspects of implementing digital document management systems. While the system obviously makes the work of organization more efficient, often there are obstacles to implementation, sometimes even resistance from managers. Developing and implementing a new or re-engineered process for users is costly, but still a necessary step to take. It is important to know the needs of organization, which have to be explained, of course, to developers who are creating the new systems for businesses. And implementing the system makes the organization more reliant on digital technologies. This means that digital documents and records must be proactively managed to guarantee that they remain accessible and usable over time and during organizational and technological change. This was everything I wanted to say about document management. So, thank you for your time.